Peace in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Welcome back. Welcome to the biggest show. It's all about football. Football corner. Every Monday is football. We sleep, we talk about football. It's our thing. Joe, welcome back again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Good shape.
Have you been?
Doing great. Can't complain, and happy to be back again.
Yeah.
On the best platform in Bahrain, the best show that's doing wonders, and can't complain about nothing about it. Let's subscribe. Let's support our brother, because the brother has been supportive, and everything is going as it's supposed to be. Good to see you, mate.
Welcome back. It's been a week full of football. From Wednesday, Man United, Crystal Palace. On Thursday, Tottenham versus Man City.
Yep.
And the big game of the weekend, it was talked, it was discussed. Arsenal versus Man United. They were written off. They were discussed. They won't come back for this big game of United against United. And they came up, they happened. But first things first, on Wednesday, Manchester United placed against Crystal Palace. They were away at Selhurst Park. Do you think the coach Erik ten Hag did a mistake by playing Casemiro, and for him getting the yellow card that led to him missing the game on Sunday against Arsenal?
I think in one way or another, the coach messed up the team, messed up his plan. You're leading Crystal Palace 1-0. You're playing your main player, your best player, the seasonal best player so far. Play him until 60 minutes, no yellow card, no foul. He did his best. But per 60 minutes, 75 minutes, I don't know why you're playing him. Substitute the guy you're leading 1-0, because you know the pressure will be coming. If Crystal Palace if they score one goal, they are going to get a point. So from 60, 70 minutes, they were pressuring United. And the worst part is Casemiro was still in the match. The coach had Fred, had Lautaro, Martinez, not Lautaro. They had the butcher, the dwarf. They had Scotty. They would have, he was supposed to play someone else and substitute Casemiro. But what he did, he thought he was winning and everything was fine. But at the end of the day, he lost Casemiro. He lost the 3 points. Ended up with 1 point and Casemiro out, and for sure I know it costed them, and we cannot.
If you're Erik ten Hag, you have a game on Wednesday against Crystal Palace, a team that is very difficult to beat at home. Bearing in mind you have a game on Sunday against Arsenal, of which they're the title contenders now, and they're going for it. What squad will line up to make you safe and secure to play Arsenal on Sunday?
With the current United squad, they're doing very good, and most of the players have been playing well. I was supposed to play Casemiro as well. If I was a coach, I was going to play Casemiro. I want the point. Crystal Palace has been one of the trickiest opposition team against United. So this guy was supposed to play Casemiro, supposed to play the best team that he had. Let the team score 2 goals, 3 goals, then if all goes well, substitute Casemiro and let him rest for the next match. But sometimes it doesn't go as we see from the outside. For him, he said last match we played without Casemiro, we beat Arsenal, and this season, the previous match was supposed to be the same, but things doesn't always work out the way you expect. And Arsenal did very good, did very well, stopped the team. They seemed like the best team I think I've seen in ages, and that was the best Arsenal so far.
Talking about mentioning about players, we talked about Casemiro. Do you think Wan-Bissaka, after missing out for quite some time on the games, he's been off the bench, he came back the last 5 games? Wan-Bissaka is doing magic. He's back on his feet. Do you think this is a squad that ten Hag should maintain for the title challenge?
I think he should maintain the same squad. Bissaka has been one of the best, but if I'm allowed to say, yesterday he missed the team like 2 or 3 times, and that's why you say he's a good player, but not the best. He was exposed at some point. Second goal, I say, first goal, I said the third goal. Second goal, I'm not sure if he was involved like directly, but he was involved in at some point. So for me, they still need to do a lot of overhaul, and I think bringing Wegos like they did yesterday is unbalancing the equilibrium, and this is something that has not gone in their way. I'm not sure how many matches he needs to score. I know after maybe scoring he will start performing, but I think it's not working for them right now.
They played on Wednesday. They had a plan to play Arsenal on Sunday, and they were blazing and all gunning out to beat Arsenal down. But we come into that one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about City and Tottenham on Thursday. Tottenham took the lead. Minutes to halftime, they were leading 2-0. Nobody saw this coming. And we knew that Tottenham would defend this and get the maximum 3 points. Do you think Tottenham players relaxed because of the win that they already had in the first half?
You beat City 2 goals like towards the end of first half, sorry, and everyone will think Tottenham, when they come back, they will defend their best. But one thing that happened is City lost like 2 matches in a row. They were not going to lose this one. So for me, I was expecting Conte to be a bit defensive, but he brought the same team, the team that wasn't like very good defensive wise, and that's why he fucked it up. And for me, I knew City was coming back because they brought all their good players, all their best players, and they were going to go for those 3 points. So this one, we can only blame one person. How do you go 2-0 up to 3-2, like losing 3-2 at the end of the 90 minutes? This is something that I don't think can happen to any other.
Let's talk about Riyad Mahrez in that game. In the first half, he was nowhere. But in the second half, he stepped up.
Yeah.
And he was the one assisting Erling Haaland. He ended up scoring a brace. Kevin De Bruyne was on the bench. City being a team that knows that they can fight and come back. Do you think like Pep Guardiola should keep Riyad Mahrez, or he should bring in Phil Foden to his squad?
For now, with the form, it's all about form, all about performance. And I think Riyad is proving Pep that he can start game in, game out. With Foden, he's not performing. Why? Because after World Cup, something went off somewhere. No one knows why, but I think
Riyad Mahrez, yeah.
Mahrez has performed really good, and for me, I'd say he was in the center of that comeback. He scored twice, he assisted, and he looked sharper than any other City player. Performing without De Bruyne, and went on winning. It was all hats off to Riyad. He did a very good job.
City won on Thursday. Do you think it brought pressure for Arsenal's game against Man United on Sunday?
In one way, yes, it did, because City came closer to Arsenal. They are now like few points ahead of Arsenal. Brought the belief that they can still win it, and they can still outdo other players. Other teams, because they have the best players in the league right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it brought something. This is a City that we've not seen for a very long time.
Crossing over from Thursday game to Sunday, the big day, where Arsenal was hosting Manchester United. And everybody was looking at Arsenal like, if we don't win this game, the title race is going back to my City.
Yeah.
Do you believe it's a 2-horse race or it's a 4-horse race? Remember, Newcastle is just stealing the title and they're chasing and they're winning all their games. The worst they can get is a draw. Do you think it's between Arsenal, City, United and Newcastle?
I think right now this was supposed to expose who's performing, who's not. And on this case, Arsenal performing very well, doing very good. They are among the top two, I'll say. This season, they will be among top two. Maybe they will win, maybe they will not, but they will be among top two. Newcastle performing really good. I know for sure they will make it top three. And United, after that performance, I don't think, unless they do something, I don't think they will finish even top two.
Talking about Sunday, is Arteta working some magic to rescue Arsenal and get the title, or do you think the squad is fighting for the coach to get this title this season?
Arteta is a major factor, and I think he's sharpening the team towards. I mean, he's been very, very direct. The team by now knows what he is looking for, what he's been fighting for, and I think he will drive the team to the right place. Arteta is a major factor for me. You've seen him; he's very passionate, he's very direct, and I think he's gonna do it for you.
You watched the game yesterday. Let's talk about. Let's mention some individual players. In the name of Bukayo Saka, you see what the boy did. Gabriel Martinelli, he was instrumental. Thomas Partey, he was on point. Granit Xhaka. Come back to United, Anthony was out of place. Eriksen, he didn't perform the way he performs. Wan-Bissaka stepped up and saved their Man United. We also had Lisandro Martinez scoring his first goal for United since joining United. David De Gea making some saves. Do you think it's the right time that the coaches in the Premier League, and especially for the big titles, they get to choose the best 11 to play for their teams in case in the big games?
This one, I think with some people, some players not showing up, there is a lot of players that I observe, especially in the midfield. If you say, who was that? Anthony didn't perform. Was against who? Was against Zinchenko. Zinchenko is one of the best players right now, I'll say. It's something that I never thought I would say, but Zinchenko has been performing. And Anthony, at this age, he's still young, he's still learning. Maybe he was overwhelmed. And for someone like Eriksen, with all the experience he has and the way he's been playing for the past few days, I think Eriksen has been missing. And I've observed him in the past few matches. I think Eriksen is missing in major parts of United wins, and in against Arsenal, he was really exposed.
Arsenal has played 19 games in this Premier League. Man City, Newcastle, Man United, they played 20 games.
Already,
and Arsenal is 50 points clear. A difference of 5 points with Man City with the game in hand. And the game in hand that they're supposed to play Manchester City. Do you think Arsenal will beat City to extend the lead at the table?
On this one is going to be, how do I term this one? Arteta learned from Pep. And surprising Pep is gonna be something that we all expect. Maybe he will do something that has not been done before, but I think he will come in overtime. No, it was done because also Ten Hag won against Pep and they work together in some places, and I believe Arteta can surprise Arsenal, City. But on the other hand, City has been one good team, especially with Haaland. You've seen what Haaland has been doing. The guy now is back on track. From after World Cup, he's 0 goals. Then he came and scored a hat-trick. Now Arsenal is going to face City, and Haaland is coming off like fresh from a hat-trick. I think Haaland will be one of the major.
In your opinion,
factor.
are you seeing Arsenal as title contenders this season?
in one way or another, yes, I do. I think they will be title contenders, but with City, if there is someone who's under pressure, I think now it's clearer. City spent a lot of money, unlike Arsenal, so Arteta is getting number 2 would be, good job.
So, are you champing for Arsenal to take the league this season?
For me, I'm not sure they will win the league. I think now, as it looks, City is coming back for their league. City is coming back for their
That's a tough one. Having talked and said, guys, we're here on this show talking about football. We love football. We are here every Monday. On Friday, there's a big game. It's the FA Cup, not Premier League. Arsenal versus Manchester City on Friday at 11 p.m. What's your scoreline?
My score will be, okay, maybe I'll say 2 goals to Arsenal, maybe 0 to City. City will lose this one because I don't think you're playing. Arsenal is playing City in the cup, then in the league.
Yeah, in the league twice.
So this is something that City wouldn't. They've won the cup like how many times in the past few years. This one they might let it slide, and I think Pep will let it slide. The biggest pressure is winning the league this season because.
Let's wait and see, guys. It's Friday. It's going down. It's Arsenal versus Manchester City. Don't forget to follow this page. Subscribe to the show. We'll be here again on Monday. Talk about football. We have big matches lined up, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Subscribe. Follow us, guys. Thanks for the show.